there. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with Elroy. As I've said before, I really like getting out in God's creation. And when you get out in nature, there's always different things that you can learn. And that's what's so fun about it. Now today, I'm gonna tell you about starting a fire. Now, you see, I'm not gonna actually build a fire, but I'm gonna give you some advice and some things to live by when starting a fire. Now, what do you need to start a fire? Now, this is always gonna be a little different based on the situation. If you take stuff with you, then it's always a good idea to take very light paper, like newspaper or something. But if you don't have newspaper, you can look for very dry leaves or dry grass. Really, it just needs to be dry and thin. The other thing you can look for if you don't have those is little twigs that you can break up and get all small and put together. You can also do like pine needles. But the most important thing when you're using leaves or pine needles or anything else like that is you have to make sure that that portion of the plant is dead. If it's green, it's not gonna work very well, because then it's just gonna be all smoky and you'll be like, it's not fun that way. But once you have all that stuff, that's gonna be a good base to the fire. So you want to take these little pieces or the newspaper and you want to put them up against a little bit bigger sticks, maybe something around this big. You put those all together and then you put one or two big logs around them. So you can put one log like this and one log like this with all the little sticks and everything underneath them. Now, something that's important to remember when making a fire is that you can actually stifle fires. And that means that you just put all this wood on top and then it can't really burn well because the oxygen gets stuck at the bottom. So you don't want to do that. So always make sure that you have a nice bit of air going around the fire. So once you have your little base built up, you can go ahead and get going. Now, this is where it's nice if you have matches. If you have matches, all you have to do is you just light the paper, which when I use newspaper, I like to roll it up in a ball. What I do is I take one piece of paper at a time, and then I just roll it up into a ball. And you want it to be loose. You don't want it to be packed too tight. Because if it's packed too tight, the little flame from your little match won't do enough. So keep that in mind. But once you light that, you go ahead and put that right there with all the twigs and branches, and then you tend the fire. And what that means is as those little branches and stuff are burned up, you'll slowly add more and more until the big logs light. And once those catch on fire and you have some hot embers down below, you can go ahead and put some more logs on and keep building a fire until it gets bigger and bigger. It's really pretty cool making fires. I love making fires. It's so awesome to just see them go burning. But always be sure that when you're done with the fire, that you effectively put it out and bury it with some soil or something like that so that you don't start some big fire, because you don't want to do that. Well, thanks for watching another episode of Storytime with Elroy. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.